What's going on, guys? Gavin here, and today I just wanted to touch up on my thoughts on Tennessee following their 40-13 victory over number 25 ranked LSU. It was a dominant game and showing for Tennessee. They came out, led 20-0 at one point in the second quarter, and they just never looked back. They did a great job of just scoring and defending against the LSU attack, which can be volatile when Jaden Daniels gets going. But they did a good job shutting him down, and they did a good job. I was very impressed. They went into Death Valley, which had 102,000, was 100% attended today, and they showed up. They came in and took care of business, and so that begs the question now, is Tennessee fully legit? And I will say this: I think they are. I think that they are. My question was Hendon Hooker. I wasn't a huge believer, but now I am. I'm confident in Hendon Hooker. I wasn't buying the hype that he was a first rounder, but I like Hendon Hooker. I think he did a great job in this game. Had 2 touchdown passes, 239 yards. Went 17 for 27, and then Jabari Small did an excellent job today. He had 127 yards off of 22 carries and 2 touchdowns rushed, while McCoy had 140 yards caught off of 7 catches. And so I think that, Tennessee has a well-balanced attack, and it served them very well today, and I was very impressed with it. I think this is a quality win. LSU is not a joke to me, in my opinion. I think, they lost to Florida State, who is now 4-1 at the timing of this video, and then this was their second loss to Tennessee right here. I think that's a quality win. Death Valley is never an easy place to play, and they came in and took care of business. And now the question begs, where's Tennessee going to go for the rest of the season? They have Alabama next, and then they have UT Martin. Both of those are at home. Kentucky at home, and then they travel to Athens to take on the Bulldogs, Georgia Bulldogs, and then they come home from Missouri, and then they go out to South Carolina and Vanderbilt to close out the season. My personal thoughts: I think I can see a 10-2 season. That is certainly very realistic. I honestly am confident that this team could go 10-2 for sure, and maybe they can upset one of the big boys. Maybe they can upset Alabama or Georgia. Not sure which one they can upset yet. I would say Georgia is probably the likelier one, in my personal opinion. I think that Georgia could be the one that Tennessee upsets, and I think 10-2 is very realistic. Tennessee should get a very good bowl game this year, and I think Tennessee is legit. I think that they are legit, and I don't know if I don't know. I think they could probably compete with Alabama and Georgia regardless of the outcome. I think that they may be more likely to compete with Georgia, to be honest. I think they're more likely to compete with Georgia, though. Yeah, Alabama may create more separation, though I'm excited to see how they match up with both of them. I think 10-2, 11-1 are certainly in the books. I don't know if they're going to run the table. I just don't know if you can beat both the 1 and 2 in the country. I don't know if Tennessee is that talented, but they could certainly beat one of them. They could pull the upset. It's going to be an interesting battle. Both teams undefeated heading into that game, I'm assuming, and it will be an interesting game to watch for sure. 1:30 p.m. next weekend on CBS, and I'm very impressed with Tennessee. Hendon Hooker proved me wrong again, and I think Tennessee fans should be very excited. They're building they've got something going in Tennessee, and it will be interesting to see what they can do with their talent. They had a good win against Pitt earlier this season, which Pitt, they usually have some good defensive playmakers that get drafted into the NFL. I mean, home of Aaron Donald. They had some guys drafted last year, this past draft that occurred in April. And I think that they'll have more playmakers in the draft from Pitt. And so I think that to go on the road against Pitt and win there was impressive. Now, of course, Georgia Tech did it last week. So though I still think that that was a quality win. Pitt was more fully strength. They were the 17th ranked team, so there was probably more motivation behind their play. They were, feeling really good. Pitt was trying to stay undefeated at the time. So I overall, and then Florida, you could take that as you will. I personally think Florida is not terrible. They're not, great. They're probably going to win 7 or 8 games, 8 games if they're lucky, probably. Maybe 9, I don't know. I don't know how Florida's going to turn out. Florida has been confusing to me this entire season. Their only losses are to Kentucky and to Tennessee. So it'll be interesting to see how Florida plays out the rest of the season. Though I think Tennessee, I think Tennessee has some quality wins. Those 3 teams are definitely quality wins. And then they showed no weakness against Ball State and Akron like they shouldn't. And so it'll be interesting to see what happens. Knoxville, Tennessee, 1:30 p.m. next weekend, Mountain Time. It'll be interesting to see, 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And what do you guys think? What do you guys think of this Tennessee team? Are they legit? Do you think that do you think they could upset one of the top 2 teams in the country? Do you think that this Tennessee team is on the rise as a power in the SEC? Let me know down below. And if you guys are willing to, please give me feedback. How can I improve? How can I be better? I appreciate you guys watching, and I hope you guys have an awesome day. Thank you.